How's it hanging? Rich here and welcome back to Rich Aesthetic. This is an aesthetic tech episode going over my thoughts on the AirPods Max 1 year later. Also, we're almost at 100 subscribers, which when we get there, we'll unlock a custom domain for our channel. So please consider subscribing and sharing this channel with your friends so that we can get there together. All right, let's jump into this. All right, so I've had the AirPods, wow, this is trippy. Cool. All right, so I've had the AirPods Max since launch day, and I've had no regrets. I know they were expensive at the start, and even now, even with all the discounts, I think I saw them for $399 on Amazon just a couple weeks ago. And even at that price point, I think they might be a little bit expensive, especially when you can get like the Bose for $3 or less. But I mean, they are dropping in price. So I think now if you were holding off, consider taking a look at them again at their new price points, and maybe now you would think it's worth it. I never questioned their value just because I really like Apple's design language, and it's just nice having most of my thing kind of flow aesthetically, right? You know, you have the space gray iPad Pro, space gray, what's it called? Space gray AirPods Max, plus wherever my phone is, you know, the space gray iPhone 13, you know, and that's just what I like. I don't like the design that much of the Bose or even the Sony AX. No, that's the camera. I don't know what the name is of their headphones. Sony something 4, right? XM4. You know, so in the end, you're gonna go after what you like. So if you don't like this design, then don't get them, right? That's not for you. I don't think you need to be told that. But for those of you who are interested in the AirPods Max, right? Remember, part of what you're paying for is obviously like the metal design, the telescoping, headband adjustments, which means within the range that you can pull the ear cups out, you have the infinite number of places to stop versus, you know, the clicking mechanisms that most headphones have. You're also paying for the convenience, that Apple ecosystem convenience, where once you pair them with one device, they should automatically work with all the devices. Now, at the start, when they first came out, there were some reliability issues, but looking at some of the latest reviews, slowly it seems that those reliability issues have either faded away, fixed through some firmware updates, which I think these have had 2, maybe 3 firmware updates. Something cool that was added to them was the Find My support. If you leave them behind, the Find My app will give you a notification saying, hey, you left your AirPods behind. So that's something they added in a firmware update. Another thing that you get with these is Dolby Audio, which is just a fancy word for surround sound audio in them, as well as the head tracking version. Which I haven't seen a lot of people explain what this head tracking spatial audio is. But the way that I've explained it, and I shared this on Reddit, and I got a cool comment saying that this is the best take. Literally what I think spatial audio is being able to listen to, let's say, your music and putting yourself into your own live musical. If you watch the Apple TV Plus show called Schmigadoon, I really liked it, and I'm not a musical guy, right? I had a phase, okay? I loved High School Musical when I was in high school. I think I was a freshman when the first movie came out. I got a whole, like, the posters of Gabriella and Zach up on my wall. I don't know if his name was Zach or not in the movie. I forget. And I even had a High School Musical lamp. So yeah, I had a phase, but I grew out of that phase, and I don't really like musicals at all now. But Schmigadoon was a good comedy about a dude who hated musicals, and his girlfriend, wife. I don't remember if they were married or not in the show already, but they gets trapped in this musical, and the guy's not wanting to fit in, but by the end of the show, he kind of just goes with it, and she went with it earlier, but they had a fight, and I don't know, there's this whole drama, but it was a good show. It was truly funny. Anyway, so you're putting yourself into a musical, so that's another thing you get with these. And you can't turn off head tracking, of course, so you could have the spatial audio without head tracking or with. Yeah, all right. So that's what I think you're paying for when you pay that premium, right? It's that Apple ecosystem and those small features, which you have to take that into account when you're looking at the value of the headphones, right? You can't just say, well, the only thing I care about is noise canceling, and the Bose have a little bit better noise canceling, or the AirPods Max have a little bit better noise canceling, but it's not that good to warrant the price. Like, you just can't do it, right? You're paying for a lot more features with these headphones. Whether you want them or not, that's something you have to decide when you're doing your opportunity cost evaluation for yourself, right? All right, cool. Now, in the last year, I've had them repaired once, literally just a few weeks ago, because a few months ago, I got into a bike accident. This lady kind of pulled out in front of me, and then she decided to slow down. So then I was trying to turn out of the way while braking, and I turned too hard while braking, and it was a little bit wet on the ground, so the bike just kind of slipped out from under me. It was dumb, but the headphones went flying right off my head, and they kind of hit the ground a little bit hard, and I noticed that the right side kind of had this rattling sound. And then obviously there were a little bit of scuffs, and nicely with Apple Care Plus, they did replace both ear cups for me. Now, there is one bug which, for whatever reason, is still present on mine. Sometimes when I put these on and, you see the little pill notification pop up on your devices saying that they're connected, right? I still get the white AirPods Max that pop up in that pill notification. That's a little bit annoying. That's a super small thing. But again, it goes back to that premium, right? So when anyone's paying for the Apple products and they're expecting that Apple ecosystem life and that premium quality, even the small little software bugs, they hinder your experience. It's just something that Apple has to deal with. They get more flack on software issues because of the prices that you're paying. A wish that I have for the future, add color support to the headphones emoji, since they updated the headphones emoji for iOS devices to look like an AirPods Max. Let's get the colors of the AirPods Max. I think that'd be cool. You can do it for skin colors, so hopefully you can do it for items and objects at some point. And then something else. So whether they're worth it or not, right? That's obviously going to be up to you. If you need them now, you want the Apple ecosystem, yeah, buy them now. Yeah, you won't regret it. But take into account some of the rumors. So there was a rumored like sport version or a cheaper version that's supposed to come out. I'm still waiting for those because these just aren't really great for the gym. After just a month of working out in these, one, you're always really, really hot and sweaty wearing these, and then the ear cups collect all the sweat, right? And then they start to smell. So I was cleaning them, but it, the sweat smell kind of goes deep. So I would not recommend working out in them. So I'm waiting for the sport version whenever those come out. Oh yeah, the most recent rumor is because I'm gonna add this in here. Some head of like audio at Apple, they just recently were in an interview and they were saying that Bluetooth is a limitation. So everyone now is, jumping to the conclusion like, oh, this means they're working on a new standard or their own standard or whatever the next standard is that'll allow lossless audio over wireless. Because of course, Apple Music added lossless for no extra cost, and you can't use it. Most people can't use it unless they have the appropriate equipment. Now, I don't care so much about this. I have terrible ears, right? 30% hearing loss on the left side, about 15% hearing loss on the right side. So I'm definitely in the 98 to 99% of users who don't notice the audio quality boost. And then a lot of people who do notice it, it's just confirmation bias. Like, yep, it's lossless, I hear better, okay, whatever. But then the ones who do hear it, I'm sure that they would love having a wireless option. And I'm sure we're gonna get people like Snazzy Labs to do a full in-depth review of wireless lossless on the new standard compared to over wired headphones. Now, when that's coming, no one knows, but they might, that wireless standard might come out with the next version of AirPods. So if that's something that's important to you, then by all means, wait for that. But yeah, I would still buy them now. I'm at some point, I would like to get more colors. I saw the white one just the other day in the subway station, and that looks clean. Unfortunately, you can't buy headphones to interchange yet, like you can the ear cups. So I'm just afraid that the white would yellow over time, and then you can't replace the headband. So, anyways, all right, last thing. Oh yeah, the cool thing is because of the AirPods Max, different headphone stands accommodating to the style of the headband have been coming out, and I'm gonna throw my favorite one down into the and I'm gonna throw my favorite one down into the description. So check out that link. It's just a headphone stand by Banks, and it's just, I think, really cool because they anodize their aluminum to match the space gray that the AirPods Max have, and then they also have this little matte black rubber finish on top of the headband portion, the holder portion, the mount portion, as well as on the base. You do see the logo, but it's not too prominent, kind of small, so you can just, cover that up if you want with like an object or something, which is what I usually do when it's sitting here on my shelf. So, all right, thanks again for watching the video, guys. Hopefully my experience with the AirPods Max and the description about spatial audio helps you decide if you want to buy them or not. By all means, leave a comment down below saying you picked them up and what color. Love to have a conversation with you. And consider subscribing. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Once the channel hits that, we'll be able to unlock a custom domain from YouTube, which will be great because then we'll be youtube.com/channel/richaesthetic instead of youtube.com/channel/you whatever we are at the moment. All right, cool. And then finally, please share the video. That would mean so much to me. Thank you again. And Rich Aesthetic out. Shoo.